It's not about learning about the biology of pests or the softwares. It's really just having to be in a good mood 100% of the time. It's kind of like that Snickers commercial. They're like, you need a Snickers? That's exactly what this environment is.
I guess what I want to talk about is managing emotionally labor, which is something you've spoken about in the past. And how do you support your team in managing this aspect of their work?
I do. I talk about this a lot. Like I say all the time, like where this is work is having to be in a good mood 100% of the time. It's not about learning about the biology of pests or the softwares. It's really just having to be in a good mood 100% of the time. And that's where sometimes this is even not the right position for some people. Some people can't even rebound from one call to the next without you have that, when you're a customer service rep, you have that responsibility to not take the emotions of one call into the other. And that can be very hard for some people. And they don't rebound as quickly in between phone calls. And so it's really about giving your team like anchors and making sure we have things like we call like attitude anchors, right? There's maintenance and there's repair anchors. And maintenance anchors are the things that you do, like getting enough sleep, bringing in a good lunch, making sure that you're kind of sustaining yourself. And then there's repair anchors, things like music, listening to music, like getting up and getting a cup of coffee, talking to a coworker, right? When I hang up with that phone call and I turn to, Andrew, and I go, oh my God, Andrew, Mrs. Garcia, she's really, right? That's actually what you call like a repair anchor, right? It's an attitude anchor. We lean on each other. And so when we say like, you have to be in a good mood 100% of the time, it means that if Andrew comes in a bad mood, you ever work in an office and somebody just comes in on Monday and you could tell they didn't have a good weekend, like the energy in the room changes. And so I'm depending on Andrew being in a good mood to help me when I get off that call, right? To talk to me, to leverage that change in my mood from the call that I just got over. But Andrew can't do that if Andrew's in bed, right? So we all have to. It's kind of like that Snickers commercial. They're like, you need a Snickers? That's exactly what this environment is. And so we depend on each other for the good moods that we need to be in to be able to bring those things to the phone. And so when you're also working, say like remotely, it's a lot harder because you don't have the energy of those around you and you're depending very much on yourself. So it's just that as managers and as teams, we have to find ways of giving that and infusing that into everybody's week or day with lighthearted, kind of things with company culture, and stuff like that. Or maybe even with training, but making it fun.
Yeah, and you almost have to, as a CSR, and maybe even as someone leading a team of CSRs, the CSR kind of has to think of himself as an athlete, right? Mm-hmm. Like repair and maintenance. Yep. I mean, those are, as soon as you said those things, I thought, oh, that's very much like athletics, right? Like you need to take a break in between the different types of exercises that you might be doing, right? Or in between plays. And certainly things like sleep and proper diet and doing things that keep you mentally in the game are all super important.
Yeah. That's what you're asking of a team when it comes to customer service. You're asking them for emotional labor. And so you have to be able to, like you said, repair and maintain that, and silly little things like, we communicate in our organization with communication platforms like Slack and Teams, right? And it could be something so little yet uplifting. Like I know in the height of our season, like on a Monday, we'll have like a meme that goes out with like Mel Gibson from Braveheart, ready to go into battle, right? You're bringing everybody, right, that emotional energy they need for that Monday morning rush on like a July, right? And so like those are the things that we talk about. We're talking about the emotional labor of this.
That makes a lot of sense.